I'm gonna get straight to it. I wasn't gonna make a video um tonight, but I feel like it's definitely a message from source. You know, never allow this cruel world to get you down. You know, don't lose your sense of humor. You know, throughout all the trials and tribulations, you got what it takes to make it. Um, and I don't care if it reached one person versus many that don't even like the message. You know, jealousy is a disease. You know, I speak to the ones that go through a lot. You know, the underdog that's destined to rise, that's rising. You know, a lot of people praying on your downfall, but just by you existing, you know, you prove them wrong all the time. You know, it's not meant to be easy. You know, just know it's a test and you passing them. And every test that you pass, the class get a little bit harder. So just, you know, strategize. Um, you know, take calculated steps, you know, because this is chess, not checkers. You know, I just want you to know, like, you're not alone. For the people that feel like loners or you don't have anybody, you know, on your side, or if you don't have a lot of family, or maybe you got a few people, but there's a lot of people that face a lot of things by themselves. You know, you're not alone, and it's not, you know, it's not always bad to ask for help if you need it, or, you know, advice, or um, therapy, you know. It works. I used to do therapy. I haven't been there in years, but when I was doing therapy, it worked. But again, like I said, I haven't done it in years, but, you know, for anyone, you going through things, you got to try to find ways that can, you know, relieve the stress. Go back to reading books if you used to, or, you know, if you have not, try it. You know, it might work for you if you can visualize things, put pictures in your head as you reading the books. It take you to another place. It's like you here on Earth, right? But it's like you out of space. You get it? Imagination, you know. Just remember who you are, a star, you know. This message is for everybody, but this message is for the real ones that can relate, that's going through this, because not everyone carries that cross in their back, you know, but we all have our, you know, ups and downs on this realm, on this earth realm, you know, so we all going through something. I can't put that past anybody. We all feeling some kind of hurt. We all feeling some kind of pain. So I'm not just saying others not going through things, but I speak for those that go through triple times, you know, triple times harassment, triple times the loss, triple times the judgment, triple time, you know. I speak to those ones, but it's for anybody, you know, if it can help you get through the day, to know, to let you know that you are powerful, you know, even if people look down on you, even if you don't have a lot of money, you know, even if you might not even have a place to stay at the moment, or if you do, appreciate the little things, you know, appreciate the little things, because it could be taken away from you. You know, I do appreciate a lot of things, although it's a lot of things I don't appreciate, like the hate and the, you know, the hindering, but I have to remember that it's a test. I have to remember when you are part of what they label the chosen, when you come from, you know, certain things, you know, it just comes with the territory, you know, and you just got to learn how to move and have thick skin. Not everyone is against you. I know it seems that way. You know, I have to tell myself that too. You know, you really have some decent people, and you have your, you know, your angels in disguise just as well as your demons. You know, you do have assistance. You are never alone. So always keep that in your head, stay humble, but know you are one of the most powerful, deities that ever existed in human flesh, came to life on earth as a test, you know, because we are beyond the flesh. A lot of don't worry about the low vibrational entities. Those are the ones that attack you. They only believe what they can see. Their mind is on a low level. They think is physical, and that's why I say you are not your body. And for the real ones that know that, they can watch, they can stalk, and if it's meant to be, I put it in the universe. Whatever happened, just like you put it in the universe. Let the universe take care of it, because you're very special, and they know that you're resilient, you're brilliant, and a lot of people are jealous, of that. You're relentless, you are a warrior. That's why they talk down on you. How could one man, how one woman have all that power, having groups coming against one individual, but they know you're never alone. Not too much to explain, but look in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. What's understood and overstood don't have to be explained. You can overcome anything. I'm out. Triple ones to God. I own us 13.